All right, this video is in response to all the ones about people that get pulled over by the police. Okay, me, I don't know about you guys, but when I just even watch those videos on YouTube, like my pulse gets racing, I get kind of nervous. You know, you have the police, people are stopped. It's pretty high energy, right? One thing that I've had from a couple of clients who come in, they're talking about their kids or something who got pulled over, and the cop would pull them over and ask for their license and registration. They give it over, and the cop says, "My, you look awfully nervous. Why are you so nervous?" The kid proceeds to just bumble around, and then the cop says, "You know, I think that there are drugs or alcohol in here. May I search your car?" And they say yes. Their car gets searched, and they find drugs or alcohol in the car. Okay, and they consented to it. So, you know, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about consent during a traffic stop. You can still let the cops search your car if you want. I'm not telling you what to do. I mean, it may be that your car is 100% clean or you just don't care. Go ahead and do it. None of these are going to be fail-safe. I'm not going to tell you that if the cops search your car, then you'll get that overturned in court. You know, we can talk about some specific instances if you come in to my office. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk to you about some general things that you could or couldn't say and what some of the possible results are. Remember, these are educational. These aren't for advice. So if a police officer were to pull me over, this is something that I would probably do. The police officer would pull me over. I roll my window down about halfway, right? Because it's cold, it's winter time now. And I roll my window down halfway. Police officer would say, you know, license, registration. And I would probably ask them why I was pulled over initially. Okay, because they do have to have probable cause in order to pull you over. So if he says that, you know, if he has a good reason for it, even a bad reason, then comply and give him your license and registration. So you give him your license and registration, and he says, let's say it's for speeding. So he says, "Do you know how fast you were going back there?" I would just say, "Am I being detained?" He would say, "Well, yes, you are." But if he says, "No, you aren't," because he thought your registration was bad, you just showed him your good registration, then you can drive off. You'll say, "Then I want to be let go right now," and drive off. But if he says that you are being detained, okay, you simply say, "I don't want to answer any questions. I want to invoke my right of silence." He will then ask you more questions. Don't say anything, or just say, "No questions, please." There's a really good video that I did see online. It does come across as a real dick move. I mean, a lot of people are kind of dicks. I mean, I like talking to the police, I guess. You know, it doesn't bother me. I'm a lawyer. I live clean. I think I know what the laws are, so I'll banter with them a little bit, have some fun, you know, because that's my job. But, you know, you shouldn't, I guess. And you don't have to. You know, your constitutional rights, it's a minimum. So, you know, you provide them your license, registration. Usually they're going to write you the citation, you know, regardless of what you do. If you're a dick about it, and you're very rough, and you're just nothing. You know, he may go back and write you the actual ticket. If you were to explain yourself and say, "Oh, you know, I'm sorry, I thought I went from a 55 to a 65 or 75, and that's why it's going 70, he understands that and lets you go. You know, you just saved yourself a ticket by not just, you know, staying silent. But you don't have to. You don't have to banter with the police. Another thing, you know, they'll do is the consent. So they'll say, "Well, you mind if I search your car?" say you can't search my car. I do not allow you to search my vehicle. Okay, get a warrant. So they have to have probable cause not only for the stop, but to search your vehicle. So don't give them consent. You know, especially during the wintertime, it's cold outside. Don't get dragged out of your car if you don't have to. It's freezing. So, you know, just stay in your car where it's nice and warm. Get your speeding ticket. Get your failure to change lane ticket. Do whatever you have to, because they'll do it anyway. You know, cops, they're there to enforce laws. If you broke one, they'll give you a ticket anyway. If they don't have enough to actually prosecute you with it when you go to court or you challenge it in court, then you've done your business, right, to dispute the ticket. But yeah, get your license, registration back. If they're going to arrest you, they will. So you don't really have to. I don't like to say you're not complying, because you're doing what you have to. You have your own rights, and you're enforcing them. So yeah, if you have any questions or I'm not being specific enough about what some of the options you can say and do and what results might come from that, let me know in the comments section.